So, hello, good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Hello, very good morning, and I'm doing so good so far. And what about you? How about you? How have you been today?
Yeah, I am doing well. Actually, just I sent my daughter. Every morning I have hectic morning. So after waking up, I rush to the kitchen. I prepare to lunch box for my daughter, and then I get her ready, and then I send her school. Then I will for 1 hour I will take time for myself, and then again cooking another thing.
I would say that your morning was hectic morning as usual. It
Exactly.
is,
Yeah, it is. So,
yeah.
yeah. Actually, for my audience, I would like to introduce myself for a brief introduction. Please give.
Okay. Yeah, sure, definitely. So, as you already know, my name is Arshi, and I am from UP, Uttar Pradesh. And if I talk about my qualifications, so I am post graduated in chemistry subject. Furthermore, I did B.Ed, and after completing my study, I was working, and I did work for 1 year, and then unfortunately, I left my job because I must say that I took a break from my job because. I really felt when I was working that I really need to work upon on my communication skill because I my communication skill was awful, so that is the reason I need to work upon on my communication skills. So this year I would say I'm on a mission to refine my conversation skill because I'm an enthusiastic learner and keen interested in communication skills. So that is the reason I'm just investing this year on myself. And along with that, I also have a YouTube channel where I also upload English conversation related videos. And if I talk about my hobbies, so I have a bunch of hobbies. I love cooking, stitching, gardening, traveling, reading, watching English content, talking in English, listening in English. So I would say that I have numerous of hobbies, and I really do because hobby is something that gives you, pleasure, and it gives you enjoy, and you feel relaxed when you do, and it is kind of a thing that you can if when you want to detach yourself from your work or from your worries and tension, so that is the thing that really gives you pleasure. So that is why I have lots of hobbies. Yeah, that's pretty much about me.
Okay, that's great. Great to know about you. And you know what? The communication skill. I also have that poor communication skill, not only in English language, in my mother tongue also. I can't explain myself in a proper way. But yeah, I improved throughout the journey. I improved a lot. Now I can say that I can convey my message in a proper way, but not perfectly. I want to become a perfect communication communicator in any kind of language. That language doesn't matter. Matter is the way of speaking, way of communicating. Everyone, actually, every field need communication skill. It is mandatory nowadays. Whatever language you are speaking, that doesn't matter, but communication skill is very important. And all know that English speaking and communication skill both are different. We can develop ourselves in any language, our communication skill, any language. Yeah, we are in the same boat. We are learning communication skill. So how do you improving your communication skill?
How do I am improving? Okay, so I'm doing at the well, I said I'm doing lots of things for just improving my communication skill. And first of all, I'm more focused on my listening skill because listening skill is something that you can improve your communication skill. When you listen to others, when you observe to others, then you try to implement their style. And I would say podcast, it is the best way. Podcast, it is the best thing to improve our communication skill. When we listen podcast, so I would say podcast, I think more than 1 hour. So in 1 hour, you observe each and everything, their body language and their eye contact, their hand gesture, posture, and pace, intonation, and rhythm, pronunciation. You observe each and everything. If you are a person who can listen attentively, who can listen, if you are listening, so that time if you are fully present in that moment and you are listening with your full concentration, so that time you can observe so many things. So I would say in listening of podcast, I am improving a lot. It is the one way of improving your communication skill. And second is speaking to people, speaking to different people, speaking to diverse people. You will observe, because everyone has their own style to communicate with, with each other. So we sometimes we come across with some people, they speak, they speak very fast, and sometimes we come across people, we meet people, they speak slow, and some people they speak in moderate way. So then we understand what is the best way, what I can implement in my speaking, what is the good way. That fast, speaking fast is good, speaking slow is good, or speaking in moderate is good. So that time we can also observe and we can also improve our communication skill. And of course, if you want to communicate, so that time you must have lots of information and knowledge and wisdom. So that's how you can communicate. And also you must have lots of words,
Exactly.
because words gives the power to speak, words gives the power to communicate with people. So I would say that listening, I'm telling from my perspective, everyone has their opinion and perspective. So in my case, I just improving my communication skill by listening to people. Earlier I used to listen Indian podcast a lot, like Beer Bicep or Raj Sahmani or The Humans of Bombay or Curly Tales. There are lots. There are so many podcasters I used to listen, but now I shifted to listen, native speaker, because I really want to improve my I really want to improve my pronunciation, because sometimes I really feel that I don't know how to pronounce this word. So that time I get stuck. I start fumbling, and at the same time I feel nervous, and I feel under the confident. If you are not able to pronounce the exact word, and if you are not able to communicate, so that time I think it's a natural process, or it's a human nature, that when we are not able to communicate in a proper way or in a well manner, so we become, hesitant and nervous and under the confidence. Then we started to making the mistakes. So I would say that in my case, I'm improving by listening and speaking.
Exactly. So yeah,
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. Observing people, like they invite a lot of professional, and their way of sitting, their way of hand gesture, body movement,
Everything.
learn lot of things from that. And as a learner, we don't have resources, like right, because we don't go anywhere, like any study center to guide us. So the who are like us, like is they are learning from home. So better way to learn or become a good communicator with observing only. Observe people who are hosting that show. Observe people who came to the show as a guest. How they are answering, how they are using their hands. What happened earlier, at two decades ago, when we were childhood, that time what happened? If we, in front of people, we are moving our hand more than our parents told us. Why are you moving your hand this
Yeah,
that
hands.
the girl? Don't move your hand. So our learning is different. We thought that if we hand this type of a hand and a hand backside, if we put our hand and then say something, then polite way. But now things are changed. Now we are learning
Yes.
everything from scratch, like moving our hands, contacting our eyes. It's very important. So actually, whatever we learned earlier, that was wrong way. And
Hmm.
you have to maintain a lot of things. You have to sit properly. Don't move your hand. Don't speak aloud. Lot of bindings we had in our life. So now in this age, we have to learn this again. That how to move your hand. And yeah, I noticed that yes. So while moving our hand, our speaking things come properly. So just moving our hand, it support our
You, you know, have you heard? And of course, we all read somewhere, some any other where. You know, action speak louder than words.
yeah,
Actually
exactly.
means your body language, your hand gesture, posture, and everything, and your eye contact. It is the, I think it is the imperative thing. If you are able to make eye contact, so you can win the communication. You can win the, you can win the conversation. You can make a meaningful conversation, and it would be a fruitful conversation if you are not able to maintain your eye contact. So I would say it is not going to be a very effective communication, and it is not going to influence to others people. They will think if she is not able to make eye contact, so because if we are communicating, so in communication, eye contact is the must. It's
Exactly.
really essential. So
Exactly.
first we have to learn how to make eye contact, and in my case, I really felt it's really error of stars to make eye contact. Sometimes we are not able to make eye contact properly. Sometimes we see like either here and there. Sometimes we do.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
really.
So, yeah, it's good to see, look at other side, but instantly you have to maintain again eye contact. Then
Okay.
that would be good. And other thing, it's like we are more attentive, and that opposite person also understand our through our body posture. But is that opposite person is good and attentive or not? So it is very important. And
And so, if you are having conversation with someone, and if you want to make a meaningful conversation, and if you know how to communicate, so the first thing required in communication that you should be listen attentively
yeah, I
the
think
other person. This is the
yeah,
first and foremost thing. It is the
yeah,
main thing in communication. If you are not able to listen other person, so how you are supposed to give the proper answer? Maybe he's asking something and you did not hear properly. So how you are supposed to give the proper answer? So if you want to give a proper answer, if you want to give a exact knowledge, whatever the person asks, so you have to listen attentively and actively
exactly.
what she said, what she asked.
Exactly. Some I follow some communication coach. They are really good, and I always follow their hand movements. I like that way of their movement of hand, that thing. And while they are speaking in front of stage, they covered all stage. They don't sit at a single place, right? They are covered all those stage and asking question. That's how they are communicated. Their speech, when they deliver their speech, sometimes they ask audience to question. This is also a good interactive speech, I can say. It is also important.
Sometime I wonder whenever I watch a podcast or I listen a podcast, so what happened? Sometimes I just wonder that how they are able to ask a proper question, how they find out this point to ask that now I'm going to ask this question. Sometimes I really wonder. So I think it is the best quality if someone have to ask question, open-minded question. I feel that I don't have this ability. I don't have, yeah, I don't have this kind of, mindset that I would be able to ask my open mind question, and I really want to ask because I really want to make a meaningful conversation, an effective conversation. So now I think I have to learn how to ask the open-minded question.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it will grow. Slowly, gradually, you will learn. I also will learn. And actually, there is a room for improvement.
Always,
Yeah,
always,
always. Yeah,
always.
now we are in this one stage and we have to upgrade ourselves. It is very important. And yeah, non-verbal and verbal communication. So yeah, we all know that a verbal communication is like how much percentage? 25% or 35%. It
Huh.
means
Verbal is,
30,
I think 35, 35,
yeah.
30,
And
30 or 35%. And
and
not,
rest the non-verbal communication. So we should focus on our non-verbal communication first, and the speaking will come if we are gradual. I mean, every day consistently we are practicing, then speaking will come every one day.
automatically, automatically.
Yeah, so it
But
is
we
very
want to practice every day. We want to speak flawlessly. We want to speak like naturally. So that time we really need to practice every single day, at least 30 minutes. If you are a person who are running out of time, like you don't have ample of time, who doesn't have ample of time, so that time you can just spend 15 minutes, but spend every day. Don't skip even a single day because what happened when you yeah I see in my case that what happened if I skipped one day because of some issue or problem. So when next day when I'm going to have conversation with somebody, so the first thing I feel that I'm feeling under the confidence. I'm not that much confident that I was before. This is the first and second. Whenever I try to make contact, so I felt nervous. And then I started fumbling, and with fumbling, I started to making mistakes, grammatical mistakes. So it's happened. So that's the people say that's the people say that you have to speak every single day. You have to show up every single day, no matter how tired you are, how busy you are, how do you feel. It doesn't matter. But the thing is truly matter is speak. Speaking.
exactly. It is important. Verbal communication also important. Non-verbal communication also important. So, who are beginner? For them, I can say that focus on verbal communication as well as notice and observe that people how they are, communicating. Actually, who are good at the verbal and non-verbal communication, we automatically attract with that podcast, right? It could be solo video, it could be podcast, it could be conversational video. So we have to observe that why we are attracting through this video because of their way of speaking, way of
Way
conveying
of
their
communication and the way of their verbal communication, non-verbal communication, and how they ask question and how they respond of that question. I mean, whenever I listen podcasts, so nowadays I'm mostly into listening Jay Shetty podcast. So he invite, I think, a big celebrity, and he invites sportsmen and everything. He invites everyone.
yeah,
So whenever I listen and they give answer in a very effective way, and they have answer of each and every question. So sometimes I'm astonished at how they are able to give. Sometimes I really feel no, I don't have this answer now. How I will be, giving a response if I don't, because what happens when I listen, someone asks me unexpected question or random question, so that time I feel that I'm not able to give response of this question, I'm not able to give answer. But they have answered each and every question because
exactly.
they work on their communication skill, they're reading a lot, they listen a lot, and they also observe other people as well.
Exactly. I also follow Jai Shetty for a long time. Earlier, what happened, I divide my time. Like for 10 minutes, I watch, then I stop that video. Again, when I get time, and then I rest 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I watch. That's how I complete that. Yeah, you were right. He invite, celebrities, he influencers, and doctors.
Engineers, sportsmen, everyone. He invites everyone.
So it is very good if we watch, and also that you told Indian podcaster that Ranbir Elhavadia, he also invite lot of celebrities
The
and all.
Aisha Mani or the humans of Bombay.
Hmm.
If I talk about Curly Tail, so she goes on on Sunday brunch. So where she talk about the food. So in this
Yeah,
way, we can get to more knowledge about the Indian foods and about the each and every because she invites people who are from different states, who are from different culture. So in
yeah.
this we can get to know more thing about their culture, about their food, about their how they serve, how they eat, and how they make. So in this way, so that's why I really watch Kalita's podcast. Yesterday I have watched a podcast, and that podcast with Geeta Basra, the wife of Harbhajan wife. Geeta
Okay.
Basra. Yeah, she was. I think she's Punjabi, and she made food. She made some dish of Punjabi and some dish of Gujarati. So then we can get to know about so many foods and cuisine. Yeah, so that is why because I also love cooking and I'm also foodie. So that is the why I love to watch this kind of podcast as well.
So which type of food do you like healthy or unhealthy, like junk food or healthy food?
No, okay. So to be honest, earlier I was eating lots of junk food or unhealthy food because I was not aware that much, and that was a time when you want to try different foods or different things or different items cuisine, and I was the one. I love to explore different items, and I was eating some healthy food and junk food and everything. But now I don't eat. I just try to eat. I just try to have a balanced diet, a healthy diet in my routine. Because when you have a lot of junk food, the, junk food are causing lots of things in your body, in your face, in your skin. So that is the reason now I'm not having sometime like once in a month or once in a 2 month, but not every single day, not a week.
Yeah, it's good actually. Our mouth also want to change our taste. So want to
We have craving.
once in a month it's okay, once in a week also it's okay, because we have to make our stomach used to with every type of food.
Yeah.
That, and the other thing is, yeah, I also actually, it's a stage when we are teenage or like be above 18. That time might be every people have that fond of junk food,
Yes.
fast
Yes.
food.
Because
But
we are
when
not aware that much. We just think, oh yeah, this is a new item and I want to try. This is a new thing I want to try. So we do in this way. We don't think about health and about body, and we don't think about anything at that stage. But as we grow older, so then we started to understand each and everything. Why people say don't eat too much junk food and you should avoid then
Mm,
after reaching a certain point, then we started to taking ourselves seriously.
exactly, you're right.
Yeah.
So it comes with time only, age only.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any question to me?
Okay, so I didn't have, but it's suddenly popped up in my mind. So I want to ask you, which kind of podcast do you like to watch? And do you watch podcasts? Are you into podcasts?
Yeah, I'm from my initial stage, I'm into podcast. So what happened? I started watching conversational videos quite a lot after a long time, because when I started with stories. English stories, and then I jumped into podcast. So Indian, usually watch Indian podcast. Then Jay Shetty and another girl also there from UK. I watched her, I forgot the name. And yeah, Ranveer Ehlavadia, Curly Tales, Bombay Girls. So, I watch every type of podcast, but nowadays I am into health related podcast only. Some doctors, psychiatrists, psychologists, they started their podcast. One is gut feeling, gut feeling from
Yeah.
Southern Dr. Paul.
Yeah.
I like to watch his podcast also. And this kind of podcast nowadays I'm watching.
I watch when a doctor comes on podcast, so that if the doctor is related, like if the doctor is dermatologist, so I watch each and every podcast because we have this thing that we want to look good, and we want to eat healthy, and what we can apply on our skin, and what should we avoid, and what is the benefit of using this, and what is disadvantage. So that is why I really want to get more knowledge about the skin. So that is the reason that I really watch dermatologist podcast whenever they comes.
Yeah, exactly. I also like health related podcast, even kids related. Though if I came across any kid related, I stay. How much long it doesn't matter. I stay and I watch that content. Because it's helpful for my daughter also. And yeah, I like health related. Why? Because from those videos we know about that what is bad for our health, what is good for our health. That's how we get a lot of knowledge, because as general we don't know much about food, what is vitamin also vitamin C, vitamin D. We read it at our school time, so we forgot all those things. But now we are enjoying that while watching that content. We are enjoying that podcast, as well as we are getting a lot of information. So it
Yeah,
is helpful.
absolutely. Oh yeah, all right. So have you recently watched Ranveer Allahabad podcast on Bare Bicep? I think he did shoot two podcasts with children.
Oh no, I didn't see.
He was, I think, the one girl, she was from, I think, Assam, and she made videos. She made English videos a lot on Instagram. She's Rion I think on Instagram and as well as YouTube. And the second video was two kids, one boy and one girl, and she was, they are siblings, and I'm not getting the name because I am really terrified remembering the name.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't watch.
yeah. So now,
Yeah.
do you
Yeah.
want to discuss anything, or we have done with our question?
Yeah, we have done today. We will connect again. Then I will bring a lot of questions for you. So thank you so much for your valuable time for me.
Yeah,
And yeah, it was lovely conversation with you.
yeah.
Thank you.
It was really nice chatting with you, and I really enjoyed.